This is Fitness Blender's 5-minute inner thigh workout. In this workout, we're doing 9 different exercises with a 25-second interval and a 5-second window to move on to the next exercise. We're only going through one round through, and all of these exercises are body weight driven, so you don't need any equipment. Don't forget to do a warm-up before you get started, as one is not included in this routine. Let's go ahead and get started with our first exercise, the cabaret kicks. We're starting with that left leg first. You're just going to bring that left leg up, rotating that thigh so your heel comes up as high as that knee, reaching down with that right hand, just barely tapping that heel or that toe, then nice and slow, roll that thigh back over, place that foot back down on the ground, and then bring it right back up. Just keep that motion going over and over and over again. We're going to switch sides here in just a second. And we're almost done. Let's go ahead and switch sides. You're going to bring up that right leg this time. Again, remember you're turning that thigh, trying to get that heel up as high as that knee, rotating that thigh as much as you can, reaching down with that left hand this time, down to the ball of that right foot or the heel of that right foot. Then nice and slow, roll that thigh back over, place that foot back down, and bring it right back up. Just repeating that motion over and over and over again, trying to get as much rotation and as much height off of that leg as you can. We're almost done. And let it relax. Go ahead and lay down on the ground for the next one. We've got the leg raise pulses. So laying on that right side first, bring that right leg up as high as you possibly can, and just a couple of inches at the very top of that range of motion, you're going to do a nice short pulse. Now you want to really feel this on the inside of that thigh, so make sure you're turning that foot in the proper angle to make sure you're isolating that inside thigh. Now if you have that toe pointed up too high, you're going to feel it more in your hip flexor and your quadricep. If you have your toe pointed down too much, you're going to start feeling it a little bit in the back of that inside thigh rather than right through the center. Now stay on the same side you are right now. We're going to go to a full range of motion. So instead of that pulse, we're going to do just a regular raise. So let it relax for a second and then pull that leg right back up. Nice tight squeeze at the very top of that range of motion, all the way back down to the ground. Keep a couple of inches underneath that foot. Don't let it completely touch the ground. Then pull it right back up. Now you want to make sure you're keeping that leg really nice and straight. Don't let that knee bend. You want to try to keep that knee locked out as much as you can. Remember, keep that foot perfectly sideways, trying to focus on the inside of that thigh. Alright, go ahead and let it relax. We're going to switch sides and we're going to start back over with that pulse again. So that inside thigh pulse is going to be the first one. Bring that range of motion up to the very, very top, just a couple of inches at the very top of that range of motion. Tight squeeze, just moving it up and down a few inches. Just keep that leg nice and straight. Remember, turn that foot to wherever you need to make sure you're isolating the inside of that thigh the most. It should be just about parallel with the ground. Make sure that toe's not pointed up or back down towards the ground. We're almost done, just a few seconds left. And go ahead and let it relax. Pause it for just a second. Then we're going to go to the full range of motion, just the regular leg raise. Go back into that full range of motion. Bring it all the way up to the top, all the way back down to the bottom. Hover just a couple of inches off the ground, then right back up again. Remember, keep that leg nice and straight. Make sure you're not letting those hips kick back and forth. Make sure you're doing a nice, tight, slow squeeze the top every single time. You've got just about 5 seconds left, then we're going to switch exercises. We're moving on to the scissor kicks next. So you're going to roll over onto your back nice and quick. Get those legs up either straight up above those hips or about a 45-degree angle down off the ground. Then you're just going to be crossing those feet back and forth. Get them as wide as you can apart. Then bring them right back over top of each other, just a few inches over top of each other. Just make sure you're alternating which foot is on top every single time. You want to make sure it's the left, then the right. Just keep alternating back and forth. Again, make sure you're getting those legs really nice and wide apart every single time. Now we've just got a few seconds left till we switch exercises. Our next exercise is going to be the supine leg drops. We're starting with your right leg first. So get those legs straight up over top of those hips. That right leg's going to drop all the way down as close to the ground as you can get it. Then slowly bring it back up in line with that other leg. Just make sure that you're trying to keep that leg as straight as you possibly can and getting as low to the ground as you can control without letting your hips rock, letting that lower back lift up, or letting that left leg kick out to the side or follow over with that right leg. Now let's keep those repetitions going. We're almost done. Then we're going to switch sides. And go ahead and let that right leg relax. We're starting over on that left leg next. And start it up. Bring that left leg out really nice and wide. Same thing, try to get as close to the ground as you possibly can. Then slowly bring it back up in line with that right leg. Make sure that left leg stays nice and straight. You don't want that knee to bend. Also focus on making sure that you're not letting those hips rock. You're not letting that right leg follow across with that left leg, or you're not kicking that right leg out away from that left leg as you drop that left leg. Now just make sure you're focusing on keeping everything really nice and solid. Just got a few more seconds left. And go ahead and let it relax. All right, that was your last exercise. This workout is complete. Good job. You just finished Fitness Blender's inner thigh workout.